Welcome back. Well, yes, we will let them respond to what you just heard and perhaps a lot more as we see lots of tweets just pouring in, people stating the challenge they have with either collecting their PVC or registering to vote. But in the meantime, ever since then, my colleagues have since joined me.
But
welcome, guys.
It was a harrowing experience getting to work this morning because of a truck loaded with some, I think, grains or something like that.
Feed.
Animal feed, yes. Fell off.
Famous Caribou,
yes, just
the same area.
Yeah, that's the right position where that happened. And it was a traffic gridlock. A lot of people couldn't get across. So we had to wait there about, say, 30, 40 minutes before we could come through that. But thankfully, the road safety guys were there and they were able to control that situation. It's now freer to this time.
Actually, the normalcy has been restored to the road. And a lot of people had to leave their vehicles and walk. But again, you see that when we talk about road sanity, I mean, driving with presence of mind, it will help a great deal if Nigerian drivers in Lagos can just learn to stay in lane. Because when you're now shunt, you want to get there before the other person, you just create more problems for the traffic managers who get there and they're now having to force you back into, because it's basically a 2-3 lane road and the amount of lanes that were created were about five. So you now have to force everybody back into the 2-3 lane just so that, and initially, for those of us that were able to walk up to the truck before they moved it, it was just one tiny space that was left for any vehicle or bike to pass.
Well, at least it's good to know that no lives was lost.
No.
And things went on smoothly, even though I've got an idea, a suggestion as to how Lagos can actually coordinate this kind of things and ensure that you don't have so many people heading the same way but that's another topic, another matter, for another day. So today, it's about the elections, registering voters. I'm just wondering what the key challenge in terms of how they are going to sort out collation. Why do I have to wait overnight while they are collecting results? So they had their hands full in Abuja. Let me let them do that. Marpa?
Well, thank you. This show is all about our viewers this morning, and we're trying to take some of their tweets. It's good to see you guys, Nyota and Gimba. We almost thought for a moment that you're enjoying the public holiday declared by the Lagos State government. But welcome, and thank God for Johnny Mercies. Well, just before we went on break, we're talking about voter registration, and a number of our viewers are telling us that they have been able to check their VIN. Big J just said he checked his INEC VIN number, and the site is INECNigeria.org. So in case you're wondering, Rex Olayinka just testified that he too was able to check his. But we have a complaint here. I think Oboefanga is also telling us that he's been able to check his. Tolulopen Laniron is writing this one. He says that I registered for my PVC in September 2017 in Akinyele local government area, Oyo State. I went back in February 2018 to pick up my PVC. So he actually did go back a year after. I was advised to come back in April 2018, just before the election. There is still a lot for INEC to do, especially in rural areas. I think you would like to add that to what some of the things that Mr. Anene has already raised.
Yes. Let me start with the last observation, which seems to be the simplest. We started the continuous voter registration in April last year. This is the fourth quarter. All the registrants from then till now should not expect their PVC before May 2018. We will tell you when to go for your PVC, because what we are doing is
Please kindly say that again.
This ongoing continuous voter registration, which started in April 2017, up till now, which is the fourth quarter, anybody who's on board of that particular registration should not expect a permanent voter's card before May 2018. So there's no need for anybody to go and ask for a PVC until we give the go-ahead for people to start collecting. It's a massive printing. As you are aware, as of today, we have about 6,890,000 people on board. We have to go through the duplication. We have removed some multiple registrants in states, and then as of today, the exercise at the states what we have at the state headquarters now is the display for the first quarter of this year. But for the last quarter of last year, printing is going on for all the cards.
So if I understand you clearly, are you saying that they're going to have...
The cards are not ready until May.
They're going to have their temporary voters card?
Permanent voters card.
No, I mean, right now, the cards you said will not be ready until May.
That is the permanent voters card.
Yes, but their temporary voters card...
should be with them.
Would they be able to vote with that?
No. Nobody... They are going to... I'm talking about 2018, not 2019. Everybody who registered since last year will collect his or her permanent voters card by May ending this year. Okay. They are undergoing printing as of now. So what I'm saying is that there is not a single card that is ready from the time we embarked on the continuous voter registration in April up till now. Okay. All the cards will be ready by May.
By May this year?
By May this year. So nobody should go back and look for the cards. We'll tell you exactly when the cards are ready. They are undergoing printing as of today, and we'll tell you where to go and collect.
Okay, that's the last issue which you have addressed. Some of the issues that Mr. INEC
Now, let's start with the issue of this transfer. The first question that comes to mind is that, what is the percentage of people seeking transfer to the number that have actually registered? Even on the platform, we have transferred about 331,000 requests. That's the request that we have had, and we have done that. Even the requests, when you look at the requests vis-a-vis the number of people going for fresh registration, it's very low. Not everybody is asking for the transfer because it's not everybody, it's not all the 76 million Nigerians that have registered that will transfer. So most of the things we're talking about will not even apply to generality.
Is that why the process should be cumbersome? It's
not cumbersome. All you have to do, just like we have said, is so seamless. Go down. Before we asked people to go to where they registered, when we discovered it was becoming difficult, we now reversed that they should go to where they want to register, where they want to perform their civic duty, go to the place, either the starting point or the end point, go there, intend, give your particulars, just like we have said here now, you will be transferred. But alongside that too, your card showing your new status will be given alongside with the new registrants. But you can be sure that you are seamlessly transferred. We have transferred well over 330,000 out of about 340-something that we have seen as requests as of today. Okay. The requests are not that many, too.
You know, Mr. Shoaib, I want to get to an issue that's very important to the conduct, which is the funding. You know, the INEC budget still has not yet come out. And I want to ask about that because we know in January the House of Reps gave a deadline of 30 days for that budget to come out for scrutiny. It has not yet come out. And in view of the tussle over the Electoral Act amendment, etc., what is it, if whenever it does come out, I'll first ask you when it's going to come out, but then secondly, when it does come out, is it going to be adaptable depending on which way the situation with the veto override goes?
Well, we cannot work outside appropriation. That is even the law itself. But let me just tell you that we have submitted our budget. We have